Hey and welcome to today's video. In this video today I'm going to be taking the Mk1 Escort RS1600. It's the 2022 season one, so it's actually a 330 horsepower model, so it's a real handful, and I'm going to be taking it around this track here, Bannochbrae, which is a track from Project Cars. Now Bannochbrae is actually a made up track. It's not obviously a genuine track from in real life. You know, someone's actually designed and made this, and it's unbelievable. I just love the detail of the track. It's so well optimized. It runs so well in Assetto Corsa. I don't know how someone has managed to do this, but I'm so excited to show you guys this video. I'll leave the links in the description. Also, if you haven't hit that like button, then make sure you do, and hit that bell notification and subscribe, because I'm going to be providing plenty of content about racing and so on, and I'll be putting all my links from my Google Drive for these so you can enjoy them as well. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. Right guys, so here we are, ready to start our race. Let's get on with it and see what happens. Waiting for the lights to come on. The sound of this car is just phenomenal. Pedaling it in first, up into second, third. Let's see how we can get down this field. These AI have been really hesitant here. I've got a really bad feeling until we get spread out about this. How this is going to be. I'm recording in 1920 by 1080 for you guys, obviously with OBS, but I'm running in 4K and the graphics are just stunning. Really does give you good immersion when you're going around this track. I'm just so hesitant here guys with these cars. I just don't know what they're going to do. The car's still very floaty, the tyre temperatures are not quite up yet. We've got a 6-lap race. I'm into third gear now. Oh, such a handful. Oh, really coming in slow here, this AI. Very hesitant. Oh, I've just been clipped on the back. Still fighting with it in second gear. Up into third. Whew. This is really hard work in these cars. See me getting very hot. Should have took my sweatshirt off, my hoodie should I say. Can't even get my words out because I'm too busy concentrating, and it's really the concentration of what the AI is going to do. And these cars are just, I'm pedaling up here in third, I'm on and off of that throttle, just trying to keep the car from jumping around when it's lifting all that front end up. As you can see, you come in and they're just a real handful. I'm just going to try diving on this car here a little bit. Now we've got a really bad chicane here. The AI is going to be very cautious through here, I've got a feeling, so I'm just going to take it carefully. If you know this track, you'll know how much fun it is. And if you don't know about this track, then you will do once you download it and enjoy it like me. Me and my friends absolutely love this track. It's such good fun, especially when you're online with your friends. Like I said, you can have some great fun, not only with these cars and this track, but just trying to get around it is fun in itself. You know, one minute you think you're alright, the next minute, like this, you know, you're unweighting the car and you're fighting it. As you can see, the virtual steering wheel doesn't stay straight very much. It's a real handful of a car. I'm thinking more this is going to be more of a drift race than an actual planted race. We're in P7 though, so we're not doing bad. Just going to have to be careful. I mean, look at that detail guys, with that helicopter going over and stuff. Just the immersion's unreal. Really hard on them brakes here. Cautious with this AI. One of them went a little little bit wide there, saw a little bit of dust coming up over my windscreen. Down into third, I'm going to leave it in third round here and just try and keep the car poised and let the torque pull me out the corner a little bit. Down into second, again like I said, it's on waiting. Just going to put a bit of brake bias to the front, but it's not adjustable, obviously. It's not going to be adjustable in a car like this. I think I was just hoping more than anything. Got Nizza in front of us right now, just going to pass him on the brakes. Stay on that inside line, keep it nice and tight, not get too giddy on that power in case I chop that nose off of the car behind. We're up into P3 already. I think the AI needs turning up to 100% for this, guys, just to give me more of a battle, because at the moment I'm pretty much cruising up this field pretty easily, but I didn't want to put them on too heavy and too much aggression, and they'll absolutely beat me up and spin me on every corner. Fourth gear, as you listen to that power, you have to come off the power and back on there in fourth and just keep hold of it. Really try and do, you know, the turning early. Third gear, heel and toe down into second. Car's running a little bit. Really have to drive this car. So much fun, so much fun. You know, there's a lot of people talk about Assetto Corsa these days, saying, you know, it's a simcade and stuff, and I just think that Assetto Corsa for me is one of the best games out there still, just purely because some of the cars like this one and this track combination give you so much immersion. You just feel like you're in a real car. You know, I've got the BJ Sim Racing pedals. I've got the Pro Sim H pattern shifter on at the minute with a direct drive wheel, with a 300mm OMP wheel. The immersion is just unreal. And if you've got VR, I can only imagine it'll be even better. I mean, I really do like VR, but the problem I have with VR is over long periods it gives me a headache, and I seem to always feel a bit nauseous the next day as well. I sort of fell out with VR, that's why I went for the 4K screens, to try and give me that good immersion still and clarity. I always think that the 2D will never be as good as the 3D. As a lot of you VR guys will agree that, you know, the depth of field, the speed, the you know, the apex of the corners is so much better, but I just wish I could enjoy VR more, but I just can't, because like I said, I just get that little bit of headache and it's not for me. But maybe one day I'll try the HP Reverb G2, because that's the one I've been looking at as like what people are talking about, and I think that that might be the one that sort of stops all that, because the clarity's there, you're not straining your eyes looking. So we'll see in the future, so keep an eye out for that one. But at the moment I'm in P2. I have no idea where P1 is. I think he must be, oh, he's just up here. I can see him on the track map on my 5-inch screen. He's just coming into this bend. We might see him in just a second. He's just there, look. We're only on lap 3. I think we'll easily reel him in, guys, easy. As long as I don't make a mistake, which, trust me, in this car, if I come round here in fourth now and just unweight the car, look. Fourth gears, you can see in the mirror, smoke everywhere, howling the tyres off, which it would in a 330 horsepower Mk1 Escort with 1970s vintage tyres. Just so much fun. It's just so much fun, honestly. If you like you love cars, you love a good fight with a car, you know, a manual H pattern, you're going to enjoy this. And if you've got the BD8 shifter as well, you're going to enjoy it even more, because that is the gearbox that you want for this car. The shifter in this car feels amazing. As I've said in my review video of the Pro Sim, I've the BD8 shifter. I know Dave personally, and I had the prototype. I can't wait to get another one back off him so I can do another review. I could have done a review on the prototype, but as I said in my previous video about the review of the Pro Sim, Dave is so busy he doesn't get time to even make himself one, so it didn't really seem ethical to have it sat there on the shelf when I was using the H pattern, the Pro Sim H pattern, or the sequentials that I've got. I actually was running sequential before I put the Pro Sim back on, because I drive a lot of sequential cars. But I just thought, let Dave have it back and then he can use it. And I think Dave's that busy, he hasn't even had time to mount it back on yet, so that just shows you what he's up to. Trying to get them shifters out, but again, that BD8 shifter in an Escort just adds to that immersion even more, just because it's that short throw, quick gearbox. But I really am enjoying this race, you know. Just it's got, the track's got everything. It's got twists, it's got bends, it's got fast straights, it's got undulations, and in a car like this, like I said, you're just fighting with it. As you can see, the wheels just, all it takes is one mistake and it's game over in this car. But I'm thinking the AI is struggling a little bit either with this track, or it's just the one turning up. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not really going to struggle to get past this P1 here. Oh, he's just come across on me. Must want the race line. You can have it, buddy. I'm coming up that inside now. I'm just going to leave you some smoke for that. Oh, see? Got giddy into the barrier. That's all it takes. To be honest, it's because I've got the virtual steering wheel on and the hands. Which obviously I don't use a run, I've just put it on for the video. 4th gear, howling them tyres off again, leaving P2 in a plume of smoke. The virtual hands and the steering wheel waving around in front of me is quite distracting. Actually impedes my vision a little bit sometimes as well. But as you can see, 4th gear, 120 plus mile an hour up there. Imagine this guy's in real life. Been on this track in a 330 horsepower Mark 1 Escort, but probably weighs 850 kilos or something around that region. It'd be lethal. All these modern cars at 1.6, 1.7 tons and DSG gearboxes and paddles, when you're getting something like this, absolute monster. Scary, in fact. As you can see, I'm struggling to even just keep it on the track, but again, it's difficult to race around this track and talk as well. Let's have some fun now. Really smoke them tyres. Just listen to that sound. I'm going to come down here now in a way high, and I'm just going to hit that brakes and down into 3rd in, turning early, catch that weight. Bit of a Scandinavian flicker and back on that power through here in 3rd. Keep it down, keep it balanced. Look at the mountains. Let's give it another little bit of fun out of here in 2nd. As you can see, the detail on this track, guys, look at it. With the sol and the custom shaders patch. I'm actually running a shaders patch, a shaders processing filter called Horizon. And it's phenomenal on this track. It really does set it off. If you would like this shaders post-processing filter, then just drop a comment below and I'll put a link up for it, no problem. Just let me know what you... Also guys, drop a comment and let me know what you want to see me take round next. If there's any specific cars that you want to see. Maybe you want to see me do some drifting, some GT3 racing, some single seaters, maybe the radicals. Just let me know and I'll be sure to do a video on that. Also, if you've got any other questions about my setup, about what graphics card I'm running or anything, just drop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. And this channel's just going to be all about this sort of thing now. I really want to get this channel growing, really get people into sim racing if you're not into it already, make them realise what it's all about and what you can do. As again, look, 3rd gear, getting a bit giddy there. Down into 3rd, turning early. Try and keep that car balanced, but it's not happening. Just look at this, guys. When I come round here in 3rd gear, I'm going to keep it planted and watch what happens. Look at the car jumping about as it lands. Look, 4th gear, wheel spinning. Can you imagine driving this in real life at this sort of speed? Now, if you don't know much about Mark 1 and Mark 2 Escorts, do a little bit of research on them. Check out a guy called Frank Kelly. You'll be absolutely blown away. Simon McKinley, I think his name was. Harry Batten, all them type of people. Proper race cars back in the 70s and 80s. Absolute machines. One more lap, guys, one more lap. I'm out here on my own. Should have definitely turned the AI to 100% just to give myself half a chance. Thought 94% on this track just to see what they were like. Slamming it into fourth. Absolutely flying down here. Just drunk on that brakes now and down into third. Turning in, keeping the car balanced. But just look at the undulations. Look at the layout of the track. The road. The corners just all work so well. You know, you've got your nice right coming in here. Oh, we've completely unweighted all the car and understeered. With the helicopters you can see just up there, just floating away. It's great, really is. The cloud detail, it just feels so realistic. I can only imagine, like I said, what it's like in VR. So if anybody has got a Reverb G2 or something like that and they do download this track, then please let me know what it's like. I'd be super interested to know. Here we are down into second, turning in. And like Harry Vatanen says, these cars actually go faster sideways than they do like any other car normally does. You can just drive the hell out of them. Third gear, wheel spinning still as we go over the bridge. You don't realise how fast you're going. You've really got to. This is, my opinion, one of the hardest corners because it's off camber. If this was a real race, these tyres would definitely be shot. 100 mile an hour into fourth, and as you can see, it just wants to unweight that back end, spin. Honestly, if you get this car, you're going to have so much fun with it. You can thank me later. I've also got a Mark 2, which I'll be doing some videos on. Oh, see, just that chatting away took my concentration and it wants to bite my ass. Coming into the corner now in third. Just look at the detail though at the mountains. Just look at that detail. As we come up to the chicane, third gear, I'm just going to keep the car balanced. Up to the Bannochbrae. Hot air balloon. Third gear still wanting to bite me and kill me. I'm just going to leave it in third now and just try running this in. Trying to not highly rev the car, just keep it balanced. Up into fourth. Again, jumping on the brakes as soon as we hit that dip. Get that nose back down, stop it wheeling as we go over that crest and jump. I mean, if you like rallying, if you like racing, it's like a bit of a combination of both. You just like street cars, you know, and streets type circuits, then you're really going to enjoy this. Hitting that limiter in second gear. Fourth. Over the finish line. Like I said, guys, I think I should have turned the AI up a little bit. Little bit of an handbrake donut to finish. Yeehaw! So much fun. So much fun. So guys, that's it for this video. Like I said, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. subscribe and hit that bell notification, and drop a comment below on what you want to see next. And I will see you in the next one.
From the first time, I stayed for a long time, 'cause I like me better when I'm with you.